see. All right. So I went to the weekly chart. I walked while I marked up the previous week high, or this was the pre no, this was not the previous week high. This was the previous week before that. Um, this is the previous week high. So we're going to previous week high. Okay. And this is the weekly demand zone here. This is the last down candle before this up move. And this is the previous week before that. So I'm expecting price to at least pull back to the weekly demand zone and the previous week high. So when I go down to the daily, this was the violated order block. Price pulled back to that. So I'm expecting price to pull back into this zone and buy up to pull back into this zone and buy up to this zone. Which initially I said was like why is it more? I said it was like 200. Oh, because I was doing it. Yeah, so I was doing it to here. But if it continues to buy to the daily supply zone, it might even go up to hit this candle that don't have a wick, which is 300, almost 400 pips. It may even go um, into the wick here, because on the 4 hour, there is a gap in price. This is the institutional candle on the 4 hour, the last up candle before this push down. So, and then on based on the 4 hour, this is the last level of structure, right? This is the last 4 hour swing. So I'm expecting price to come back to that order block demand zone for continuation of a buy. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm expecting this and then this. So we're talking at least a minimum of 250 pips. Um, Max about 400 pips, maybe even five. And then once it comes up here, then I'll be looking for it to sell back. So this was the first break of structure or change of character right here. It's the first change of character, market structure shift, right? So now I would be expecting price at some point after it grabs and any of the liquidity it's looking for to pull back to this demand zone before it takes off to um, before it takes off to, so we're talking here, here, and then here before it takes off to these highs. It just was like 1,400 pips. Yep, that's what I'm expecting. got 1, 2. Looking for the third push. Yep, yep, yep. And that's all I got for today. That's all I got. Any questions?
You know, I have that. I had two different scenarios.
Huh?
I said I had that play right there that you're doing, and I also had a different one.
What you have?
Um, it depends because I couldn't tell whether or not it was if two pushes have gone or three because of the way it's
Well, this is
okay.
the
Just look at my. Let me share my screen.
okay. Hold on. Let me stop sharing.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah,
Mm,
I had it either going to that same area right there,
mm-hmm.
or either down to here, because this here is the second push, and sometimes it goes, between the second and third, it goes further down. And I think
Based
that's
on based on market structure, this is your first break right here.
right. That's where I had it at right there. That's the chalk or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
So
why I stopped right there because I know it's a chalk right there, and it's also a order block.
so this would be your one push, pull back, second push, pull back to the second, and then your third push.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it because I was like, I don't know if that's one, two, and this is three. So that's why I had that. I said if not, then it would be um, one, two, three. And if it was that way, then it might come back down here.
Yeah, you say push up here and then come back down here.
I said that's what I didn't know. I was like, I didn't know if this was two pushes or one, because like you said, I was looking at it as
Mm-hmm.
this was one, this is two, and then this right here would be the third.
Uh-huh.
Or I didn't know if it was one, two, three. And the reason being is because I checked the pip and then
Squeeze your chart down. I mean, like in a no, bring it. I want to see the bottom of the chart. Yeah, yeah. Okay. There you go. So if you look at structure, this was your last break of structure, which made it can either be this one or this one. I wouldn't argue with you either way. Would be your swing high. And then this pushed up and did not break that high. Remember, I kept saying I'm still bullish because it never broke the swing high. That's where I was talking about. So now that price has broken that high, you have um and that broke the high. Let's see, hold on. That broke the high. We're just gonna use this one here. That broke the high here.
Yeah, so that would mean this would, okay, that could still be because the first push does not break the high. The second push breaks the high. Whenever you on the thing, so this will be the first push here. And this here would all be the first push right here. This would be the second push, and then this could be the third.
Mm-hmm. I, I see that. Mm-hmm. But if
But
you go, keep that line on there and then go down to your 1 hour.
it's go in the backyard with that ball. Can y'all hear her?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you can't hear her. Lord, it should have been a boy.
So you have 1, 2, 3. That's possible. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible. Definitely possible.
And I was saying it might go up to this 4 hour bearish order block, and then drop down
To
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 the bullish, to this
to
weekly bullish, and then
to where?
to maybe this bullish. I mean, it probably go further, but it's a weekly bullish. But you know, it's gonna be the middle of the week, so it'll pull all the way down and then rise back up probably
Yeah,
for the.
if this is the third push, then I'm definitely expecting it to go down here to then
Oh, I
push.
moved it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Which is this demand zone right here.
Okay, so then it come down here, and then it goes up for the. I'm gonna pull it together. Hold on. It'll start the next uh, thing, and then that's
So
when I expected it to go up to like the.
so this is so with that being said, I'm still expecting price to go to that 4 hour structure,
Or,
which was right, which was right.
hold on, don't mark it yet.
Re,
Is that wide enough for you?
uh
Right
so
here where the blue line is.
yeah, so I still would be expecting price to come here,
Mm-hmm.
push back to give a double top,
Okay.
and then back down to um
Yeah.
possibly here to then
Go up.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alicia. Alicia.
Yeah.
See, I don't like posting because I know they don't really know the cycle thing.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know. I mean, I ain't gonna say I know. Don't get me wrong. To be fair, I do not know, but I'm familiar with it because we used to talk about it previously. So I can see, and I still use it. I'm not an expert at it in any capacity, but I can see what you guys are talking about. Like visually, I see the pushes
so
and the breaks.
it's called the market maker cycle, and it's
Mm-hmm.
and within every cycle there should be 3 pushes.
And I always struggle with seeing the pushes, but Rogia just said something that I had never seen or heard or thought about. The first push not
Breaking the high.
breaking the highs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just by me looking, I'm always looking for a break before I consider it a full push.
Pushes on it. Nothing but a swing high and swing low. So you mark if you mark your last three swing highs and swing lows,
Mm-hmm.
then you have your market maker cycle. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is recorded because I'm gonna need to come back and revisit this part.
So there was a cycle within the swing high, the internal swing high and swing low. There was a um 3 pushes within that range.
Mm.
And then it pulled back and then it pushed up again and it gave 3 pushes. And now, and the second push usually always gives a
A
full,
deeper pullback.
yeah, yeah.
And I know in the past we saw it used to, well, I don't say it used to, but we recognize that it would like come back to the peak formation area. So wherever that was, which would pretty much be the beginning of the first push, was where we would look to for the second pull, I guess the pullback of the second move to happen.
How do you do
How do you do the who?
the field? Would you field from here to here?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Or would it be like from
Yep.
here
Yep.
to right there?
Ooh. Yeah.
There's too many lines.
That's your fib.
But Todd was the one who told me to set it up like this.
Oh my gosh.
But it's a lot of lines to me. And I was trying to make it less by I put dashes instead of lines, but the dashes don't help at all. It's just too much. It's too busy for me.
At all. You can just you can switch it to regular lines. Come here. Wait a minute.
Can you make them thin?
Yep.
Where you do that?
Right next to it, right next to where you change the line. No, yeah. There you go.
Okay. But the 78 is like right here.
And then you can also center it so you won't have to guess which line.
Oh, center the number.
Center, uh-huh. Within the next to the line. So you see where it says yeah, go down. You see where it says
Oh, right here. It says center.
no, it should be
Label center.
center and then in center middle. There. Or you don't have to do middle. You can just do
That middle works because I know I use middle all the time. I can see it tell better. And see that's the 78 right there.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Are we selling or are we just buying?
Huh?
Are we selling and buying or just buying?
Um, I was thinking we could probably buy from because it's still bullish, right? I was thinking we could probably buy from here to here. I don't know how many pips that is. Let me see.
Wasn't it like 250?
Well, if we go all the way up there, but if it's going to sell, it it might go up about 100 pips to the high to take out that high, which is also the previous week high. So it may sell down and then take out the previous week high before selling back to the 78. Did that make sense?
Yeah. It's gonna make that peak by and it's gonna break it's gonna go higher than the previous high and then fall back down to the 78.
Previous week high and then sell down to the 78. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it. And
So I
then
don't mind talking when it's just y'all.
I know look, Rogia know how to trade. She just didn't like talking because it was too many people. She
I'm trying to figure out why Rogia is even on the call. Because, ma'am, you tried it.
She be trying it. She be trying it.
She be trying it. I remember Rogia. She was big money balling.
But see, when I
She
do this,
know what she
I
doing.
I always
But
send it to him because I don't really want to post her.
Mm,
And be like,
mm,
"What
mm, mm.
this?"
look, you like Felicia. She like, who are these people?
Oh,
Who are these people?
I needs to know. But I'm sorry, Kim. Who is this? All right, I'm going on mute while I transfer the blow boy. Hold on.
Okay. So yeah, that's I like that. I like the look of that. So we'll see once it gets to that 4 hour demand zone what it'll do instead of
Instead of just setting that limit, we'll just wait and see.
I'm gonna still set my limit, but
Okay.
I'm gonna set my TP to the
Oh yeah, because it's gonna go up to the peak.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be cheating, Kim.
Uh,
I be cheating.
you cheating? Why you wait a minute, how you cheating?
See, it marks my this with this indicator. It highlights my imbalances and stuff.
Wait a minute, how can you see it?
I I don't normally have all this stuff that's on here, so I can see. Like, let me take some. See,
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I see where the
in the chart.
and then
This where the liquidity took out the previous,
mm-hmm.
and it breaks the structure.
Wait a minute, did it take out the liquidity there?
Yeah. Yep. It went a little bit. It
Did
was like it's equal. I think it went a little bit lower. Just a little bit.
mm-hmm.
And see, that's what the MSS.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the market shift? What is that?
Market structure shift.
Yeah, I be choosing.
Is that the Lux w- which
That's the one that
because it's saying the shift happened, the market structure shift, the chop happened before the swing high.
the
But
chocolate right here.
yeah, but see, I don't think that's the chalk though. That's my thing. I still feel like the chalk is still this
At the
high.
chalk right here. That's why I had it where the blue line is.
Mm-hmm.
But this thing is right. It's a little bit below it.
Yeah. What indicator is that? Is that the Lux
Yeah, the one that follow you.
Baba?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the same one. Yeah, I say you can use it. You can cheat a little, but know your structure. Know
I
your
keep. I don't keep it on there because I don't like all the colors and different things.
hmm
I see like this will bother me. This field. So if anything, I'll mark the 50 to the 68 and the 78 and 88 and put little lines there or something. But it's too many lines and stuff
hmm
on here for me.
hmm
So it could go. It can come back to the 78 or the 88.
Or the 88, yeah. That institutional candle or order block sits
Mm-hmm.
right there.
I normally just put a yellow line. There.
Mhm.
I'm saying this because that's something you just put on
Mhm. That your first blue box is that? Oh yeah, that's the first push. Never mind.
there. This is the first push.
No, I'm talking about the blue box, the
Yeah,
big blue box.
it's all the same box because it's equal because it didn't break till there.
Oh no, not that box.
Oh,
I'm talking
oh, you
about
talking about this one?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the first push. This is the first push up.
Okay.
And that's gonna be the second one right here.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because I think I had it going, like you said, down further, but I said by the end of the week, I think it'll be up there, above the weekly. The weekly order block, the weekly OB,
Where you see your OB?
right here.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
So that's why I was saying it would go up there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. And then scoot your chart over to the right. So once this comes here, then you have your so that's going to be a big move. That weekly, once it pulls back and starts buying up,
Mhm.
it's going to buy up to that weekly supply zone, which is going to be nice.
A lot of hips, lot of hips.
Mm-hmm. A lot of bits. I'm almost, so when it pulls back based on the weekly, that's your weekly demand zone. So from your weekly supply to the demand to the supply is going to be juicy. Juicy, juicy, juicy. And we ain't going to have to count no pips. I mean, we don't have to count no pushes. We know where it's going. I don't know if I'm going to hold it all the way up there, but I mean, I will. Maybe I'll put in one trade to hold and then trade the other ones to swing and then trade the other ones as day trades.
That's what I said I was gonna start doing because that's what he's been telling us we need to start doing. But he told us to have two different accounts, and he said the one you do the day trade on, and the other one you do the swing. He said because y'all don't need to be looking at the swing because he said if do a little pullback, it help me panic. And he ain't lying. I know I would. He said you just monitor.
But this is the, see, I'm sorry. Um, but the thing is, you know how now we already know how Todd trade. Todd
Yeah,
just gonna get in the trade,
yeah.
but um, you know when to get in the trade.
But see, that's how I like. I don't like holding it.
But
I
I'm
like
saying,
to.
but you know when to get in so that it's not in so much drawdown because you know to get in
Yeah,
at a demand zone
yeah,
based off the market maker cycle.
yeah. It's easier because like you say, with the market maker cycle, you have a better understanding of where it's possibility for it to go. You
Mhm.
might be off a little bit, but you're not gonna be off, you know, 200 pips and then draw
Right,
down. Mm-mm.
right. Mhm. Yeah. So yeah. So that's I might do that. I might set a limit.
Wait, what I missed?
Uh,
I'm probably gonna lose service again because I'm headed back in the other
so
direction.
we were saying based on the weekly
Mm-hmm.
to this is your weekly demand zone, right? And this is your weekly supply zone. So narrow it down based on lower time frame and then set a limit to swing trade it up to up to that. You might have to draw it so when you change it, or you can put a box. One of the oh, I forgot your yeah. Wait a minute, what you putting? What you got going on? What are you doing? Rogia, am I on mute? Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, I was on mute. Oh, I was just talking to y'all and I'm on mute. Um, I was deleting those arrows because they were my.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh yeah, weekly order block.
Yeah, weekly auto
Weekly
block.
order block. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna change this to weekly because it's higher than 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. And then when you go down to the 4 hour, 1 hour, you can narrow your entries within that weekly order block. So if you go reset your chart. Mm-hmm. So let me get my pencil. See how this from here to here is your weekly order block. That's why I said price is going to come up in here somewhere. There was I think a daily order block in here somewhere. So once price takes out this weekly high, we'll probably get some form of break of change of character, pull back to sell down to the weekly high. I mean to that weekly zone and then to buy back up. So this might even come back down. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of structure up in here, right? And then there's going to be a break of that structure, but it's got to take out that weekly I would like to see it take out that weekly high first. And then we'll get the change of character, which means it'll probably come back to this 4-hour zone we talked about to
Mhm.
buy up and then to sell down back to this weekly zone and then take off. Or somewhere to your, because I really think this is this is liquidity here. I don't know if it took out that low,
Yeah.
but to grab this liquidity, because that's within your weekly zone that you have marked up, and then take off. But I really think it go down to the daily. Um, wait a minute, hold on. Let me see that again.
I'll
Week.
catch the recording, Kim.
Okay.
The call was dropped again when you was explaining.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still here now, but if you were explaining originally, it's uh,
You you sound like you're in a fishbowl. Let's see, daily. Oh yeah. So this is the daily. So price might push back here. I forgot where the weekly was. Um, okay. I'm gonna mark it up on my chart so I can make sure I see it clearly.
Do you think it'll go up here to this 4-hour talk before it drops?
Um, that's possible.
That's what I was thinking. That it's gonna go up to the 4-hour, then drop down. Not
Um,
unless it, not
expand your
unless it
screen,
does.
expand your screen so I can reset the screen so I can see. Oh yeah, so I can see it on the.
I'm ready to get it big.
Huh?
Is that all right?
So
Or
this is what I was thinking. I was thinking that price is gonna come back here, which was the
mhm,
4-hour swing, and
right?
probably take out these highs and the weekly. That's the weekly. Oh, that's the weekly order block.
Hmm.
So come up to this weekly order block and then sell down to then. So that's why I was thinking based on structure, if you go to the 4-hour, if you go to
Oh,
the, yeah,
4 hours.
uh-huh.
I was sitting here just staring at it.
So based on structure, this is the last structural move right here, right?
Hmm.
So I would expect price to come here and at least, especially since market opened with the gap, it opened, pushed down. So I'm expecting price to come here first, then come take out these highs, which would be a change of character, right?
Yeah, 'cause we need
Once-
the change of character. The second swing has to break the character. It
Well,
has.
it did the second if you're considering this right here, the second swing,
Yes, this here.
It did break character, right? I know you have it a little different, but it did break character right here.
Okay.
So now that that has broken character, and I'm going to call this the first push, the
Okay.
second,
I was just gonna say that, but I was waiting on you not to stop.
and then
And
the
then
third push.
and I thought that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen right there. And then let me see, like this.
Pull back,
Then go
third,
here, and
and then give
then
a peak formation for the sell down.
okay, that's my thinking right
Mm-hmm. Yep.
there. But the only thing is, yeah, because this would go, then this would come all the way back to the 78, and then it would
Yes.
start to,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
what you think, Felicia? Is she driving?
Yeah, she's driving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think right there. And that's your thinking too?
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I think the second push is, I mean, the third push is not, I
Sorry,
think.
I was on mute. But yes, I'm in agreement with that. I can see that as well.
Mm-hmm. So yep. Yep. So we'll see. I'm gonna set an alert at that 4-hour swing
Mhm.
and then go down to the 15-minute. Felicia will be probably on the 1 minute.
The 1 minute.
Why would you say such crazy things, Kim?
Like, why would I say such
What
crazy?
is that's absurd.
That's too funny.
Mhm.
I am gonna rewatch this video, at least this last probably 20-ish minutes or so. So whenever you post it, Kim.
Yep, I'm gonna post it.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, Adrian,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hi,
Good.
Regina.
And iPhone is Felicia.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, Adrian. My
hi.
bad.
Yep. So Adrian, we waiting on a 4-hour swing a demand pullback.
Okay.
Here,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit lower.
Mm-hmm. To then buy up. And I recorded this, so you'll be able to go back and watch it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yep. So based on the last 4-hour swing here, we're waiting for that pullback to then buy up to a 4-hour order block. There was also I think a weekly, it's a 4-hour and a weekly order block that price may tap into before pulling back to continue buying up to like 199, 8 or 200. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oops, sorry. which are the high, those highs, yep. Or if you want to, what we did mark up was the weekly supply zone, which was here. Mhm. Mhm. And that's all we got right now.
So we're waiting for the 4 hour pullback to the 4 hour demand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, around 189, 838. That's where the institutional candle I have marked.
Around, what was it again?
189, 845.
189, 8. Yep, around there.
Okay, I'll make an alert.
Yep. Yep. 189. I have 189, 860, just based on the 1 hour.
And what is that?
Huh?
What is that? The 189?
That's
What's
the institutional candle I got
oh,
on the 4 hour.
Yeah, on the 4 hour. Go to the 4 hour. Mm-hmm. What do you have it at, Rogia? 189 what?
I have it
it's
at 189, 845.
No, what is Rogia? What's your line at?
189, 860.
Okay, yeah. So you see that order block right there? Um, that 4 hour order block?
Yeah.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're buying it up to the 192,778.
And it could come down and give like this peak formation right here.
Okay.
Yeah, so and what was your other question?
So you're buying it up to 191, sorry, 192,778,
Um,
the imbalance on the weekly.
or yes, or to at least this 4 hour this 4 hour. Yeah, there was a weekly order block. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Or the 4 hour change of characters. You see, right, price broke here. Or I don't know why is that a change of character? I'm trying to figure it out. That's a break of structure right there. So it's probably coming back to retest this break of structure, which is also a 4 hour order block.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see that.
So where's the chalk at if that's not the chalk?
I don't know. I don't you
That's the chalk. So the
okay.
chalk is nothing but a break of structure. It's just the first one. And that's the first one that broke structure, ain't
Um,
193980.
this was bullish, right? And then this would have been the first chalk right here. The change of character right there. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is that your because that's probably your, I know what it is. It's um
it? That's what they gave me.
your indicator. That's what it is. That's why I said you can look at that, but
But
don't
see, I thought this one would be
hmm.
hmm, okay.
Based on structure, right? This is your
But
last.
that's not is that a 4 hour screen? Can I
Uh-huh.
move it over?
Yeah, wait a minute, hold on, because this was your break of structure.
Yeah.
This was
Move
your
it up.
that made this your swing low and this your swing high. So once price broke right here, that's your change of character.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Girl, don't let them indicators fool you. Do not let the indicators fool you. Because this was a break of structure here. Wait a minute. This was a break of structure here. And then this was a break of structure here. So you went from this swing low to this swing low. And that being your break of your change of character. Mm-hmm. Not let them indicators fool you. So yes, back up to that 4 hour fake change of character. But it is an order block. So um and it was a another break of structure to the downside. So now we're looking for it to retest that break before selling back down to um, the 78 of the second push. And based off of that, this was the demand zone of the second push. So we would be looking for prices at least sell back down to there.
Yeah, because that's what the 78 was.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to my line? Guess I deleted it.
Mm-hmm. But see, that's what I'm saying. You don't need all those indicators and all. You don't need all that.
I'll be lazy, Peon. I just
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You see an order
I know
block.
that I
You see an order block. It's just the cycles. And you don't even need that, but because once price broke here and then pull back, I mean, not pull back. Once price broke there, you see you have your peak formation here, right?
mhm.
So price could pull back here, but no, I think it's gonna pull back to this zone. So if you fibbed, you had your peak formation there, right here, right here. You had your peak formation. So if you fibbed from here up to here, or wherever it's gonna go,
You want me to film it?
that's all you have to see.
Yeah.
And from there, you see push one, because that broke this structure, this level of structure. Pull back, it broke this push two. So now you're expecting a push three. to give you, and you're looking for a change of character to then sell back down to this weekly zone here. Previous week, or the weekly order block, not previous week. It was a weekly order block. Now, what I want you to do is fill from here to here.
From here,
No,
from here, from
yep,
here.
yep. And so you see that the 78 is at this order block, which means price is probably going to take out, price is going into that weekly order block. Probably going to hit that 78 before we get our peak formation to sell back down. You don't need no indicators. None at all.
Chicken. Is it fine?
Yep. And that's it, and that's all.
Okay.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome. Thank you, Rogia, for marking up.
Thank you, Kim.
All right, y'all.
Thanks, ladies. See y'all in the chat.
Later.
Bye.